Hello everyone, this is the first part in tutorial 1. Now, before you start, usually you have to plan the sketch and how you're going to make this drawing. Now, looking at this sketch, you have two main features, the rectangle, the main frame, and the circle. Okay. Before you start, look at the dimensions. I can see that the length of the rectangle is 120 and the height is 60. The circle has a diameter of 20. Distance from circle to this line is 40, and distance between circle and the horizontal line is also 40. Now forget about the fillets and the chamfers. Let's go and make the rectangle and the circle. Now if I create new part, sketch in the front plane for example, I can make the rectangle. Usually we prefer to start from the origin so that when we define the dimensions, this line was 120 and this height was 60. You can see that the drawing is black. That means it's fully defined. This rectangle cannot move anywhere because every line is connected either to the reference origin or at a distance, specific distance from the reference. Now what will happen if I just make the drawing anywhere? Even if I define the dimensions, that's 120 and that is 60, you can see that the drawing is still blue. Now if I touch or if I move the rectangle, it's free to move X and Y axis. So the issue in this case will be the rectangle is true, correct dimensions, but no one can decide its location because it's not defined, not fully defined. So that's the main reason we start from the origin and we define the exact dimensions. Now I can zoom in or out by moving the roller in the center of the mouse. So I'll just keep the drawing in the middle, full screen. Now if I bring the circle, I can just give initial location and I have to define three things. One, its diameter. It was given to be 20. I have to decide the distance between circle and this line, and it was given to be 40. And also distance between the horizontal line and the circle, and it also 4 and 0. So as you can see, this drawing is fully defined now. If I want to go to the fillets in the corners, I have two options. Option 1 is creating a random circle, and I can give the dimension as given. It was radius 10. So if I go to dimensions and 10 radius, this circle is defined in terms of the diameter, but the location is not defined. What I can do is making a relationship between the line and the circle. So if I select the line first, control, still pushing or pressing control, and then the circle, I can make a relationship between the two to be tangent. You can see that this circle now is tangent to the line. Same thing, line, control, circle, and tangent relationship. So these green icons, it shows that the circle is tangent to the two lines. So if I trim, just remove this, cut, and remove, and remove. So you will have the fillet. Option 2 is to call the fillet command. So if I just go sketch fillet, I have to decide the diameter. In this case it's radius. It says fillet radius. It was 5. And then I have to select the corner. And that's it. Now in the drawing, it shows the chamfer. I have one chamfer crossing or cutting 10 or 5 in that right side. So if I go, I can follow the same technique by making a random line and then trimming the lines from A and B, and then defining its distance. So point to point is 5 in this case, point to point is 5, then I can trim. I don't need this or that. The second option is to bring the option from here, chamfer, then I decide the distance to be removed, it's 10, and then I have to check this point, so to remove 10 and 10, and that's it. If I confirm the sketch, I can extrude features, this contour. Now this extrude is for everything in the drawing. If I want to exclude the circle, I can go to selected contours and remove the circle. So I'm deleting that circle, and finally I can select. So this is my final drawing, and that's it, we're done. Thank you for watching the video.